welcome back to Running Britain, day 7. So today I've come back to Silloth. I'm starting from the Lifeboat Station, which is where I finished my last leg. I'm going to make my way to Maryport today. It's about 13.8 miles ish, give or take. I have a habit of adding on another couple of miles usually. Start my watch, that might help. So I'm picking up the coast path again. It's just taking me slightly away from the sea for some reason. But yes, I'll be joining it back very soon. Silloth town centre. It's a lovely quaint little town. So the reason I've come away from the sea is because I have to go around the docks. So yeah, just coming up to the port of Silloth and then I'll be heading back on the seafront. I am hoping to do some running today, just walking a bit just to warm up, because I've been sat in the car for 2.5 hours. So I just need to get the legs moving. Silloth Golf Club and some houses right across the way. I wonder how many stray golf balls have found their way through those windows. There'd be quite a few if I was let loose with a golf club. Right, I've made it to the sea. I'm presuming this bit is the coastal path. There's a few path markers, but no signs on them. Lovely today. I should have brought my sunglasses. I purposely left them because it was chucking it down when I left Wigan, so I thought I won't be needing them. I've got my long sleeve top on and long pants. I'm a little bit warm. It is going to rain later, maybe, so at least I'll be prepared. Right, I'm on the beachfront now. This should be fun trying to run on this. So this section, Silloth to Maryport, is another one which has given me a bit of a headache to sort out logistics and transport between the two. So I was originally going to do Silloth to Allonby and then Allonby to Maryport, but Allonby has absolutely no transport links at all to get there. So I thought, right, if I do Silloth to Maryport straight through, a little bit longer, but I can get back from Maryport to Silloth, but I'll have to come back via Carlisle. So it's a bus to Carlisle and then a different bus back to Silloth. So altogether I'd be talking 2.5–3 hours to get back to the start point. So thankfully a gentleman called Howard, who has been following my journey, has offered to give me a lift. He'll meet me in Maryport and then take me back to Silloth. You met Howard last week because he also took me from Silloth to Whitwick, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Howard. It just makes it a lot easier and less stressful for me. So I'm just on the beach. It's just really calm and quiet. It's great. The rain is supposed to come in about 2 hours, so the last few miles I may be getting a bit wet, but yes, I'm prepared. Don't mind a little bit of rain. Right, that's enough chat, let's crack on. Sand is horrible to run on. Oh, something's just caught my eye. How good's that? A little shelter. That's great. So I've just moved down onto the wet sand because it's a little bit firmer than up there, so it's easier to run on. There's absolutely no one else around. It's great. I'm about 3.5 miles in now. I think I'm halfway to Allonby. I have not checked my map to see exactly where, but yeah, can't go wrong if I just follow the coast all the way. I'll get there eventually. How do I get across here? Ugh, squishy. I know there's a road up there, so it may be a case of, stop my feet getting wet, jumping onto the road and then picking the coast. Ah, too late, feet are wet. Picking up the path again at the other side of that bit of water. the official Cumbria Coastal Way is just up there. I don't know if you can just make out the signpost, which has a black bag tied around it. Just there. So I've dropped down to the beach because that path is quite overgrown. I'm ending up going onto the road, which just isn't safe. But as I've come a bit further along, the reason that signpost is covered is because of this. So the path should be along there, but as you can see there's been a bit of a landslip, so it looks like the path is either no longer there or it's not safe to use it. So I made a good call dropping down when I did. It's just so hard going on the sand, but it's lovely, it's so peaceful, it's really calm. Can see the mountains in presumably Scotland, and I've also just spied a lot of rain behind me. Now that's probably heading this way, so I better get a wriggle on. Right, I've got a dilemma. There's some little gates alongside this path. There's a path on this side of the fence and then there's a path on the other. On this side of the fence, this grass is really sharp. I don't think it's much better on the other side, but I'm thinking of trying this path. At least I'm off the beach, so it's a little bit easier to run. But yes, we shall see. This looks a little bit more open, so hopefully I won't get stabbed. Yeah, this side's definitely better. You wouldn't think something as innocent as a blade of grass could feel like 100 needles stabbing your legs, but that's how it felt, and I'm not exaggerating. Maybe a little bit. Miles to Allonby. According to the signpost, I've done 4 3/4 miles from Silloth. Have a look at my watch, see if that's right. 5 1/4 according to my watch, but I have done a bit of backwards and forwards while I've been recording, so yeah. Joys of vlogging, you end up running an extra 2-3 miles. Here we go, the brown Cumbria Coastal Way footpaths, which you just can't make them out. You can just about see Cumbria Coastal Way. The rain that was behind me, well, some of it looks like it's moved out to sea, just over there. They just still look like there's a little bit over that way and some in front of me over there, but away from the coast. So fingers crossed I managed to swerve it. But yeah, what's the worst that can happen? I just get a bit wet, stick the waterproofs on, I'll be right. That's a lot of rain, and it's moving exactly where I'm going to. It's coming in from the sea, so yeah, I'm definitely going to hit that. The rain has caught up with me. It's only drizzling at the minute, it's not too bad, but I know it's going to get worse. So looks like a little bit of an area here where I can stop to get my bag off, get my waterproofs on, so I'm prepared. Before I get on the road. Right, waterproofs are on, and typically the rain stopped. That's never happened before. So I'm just on a footpath alongside the road. There is a fence between me and the road, which is good. There was also a signpost back there that was covered up, so I'm presuming this footpath is going to come to an abrupt end again. We shall see. Now this is where I get really hot because I've got my waterproofs on, and my body can't breathe the same. Where does the path go? Maybe up here. That wind's getting up now. I'm going to have to head back near the road because that's not really safe for me to run on. Neither's this, but it's better than the road. I think I can see civilization just ahead, so that may be Allonby. Right, so I think Allonby is just there. Don't know if you can make out the houses, and Maryport is down that way. So I've got to kind of go straight on down to Allonby and then around to Maryport. And the path is taking me across the road because it's obviously not safe on that bit. So I'm still going alongside the road. So this sign is saying England Coast Path, high tide route, but it's taking me away from the sea. The tide is out, so I'm going to head back onto the beach and just follow it round. It's about 5.5 miles to Maryport now. It looks, not sure if I can see docks at the end. And I know from last time I was at Maryport, there were a lot of docks there. So we shall see when I get there. A better footpath now. I'm coming into Allonby, and Allonby has the official England Coast Path opened. So I'm thinking the path that I'm on has been specially made for the England Coast Path. Could be completely wrong, but it's on the west coast. It's the point where the English coastal path starts, and it does look like a pretty new path. So I've just taken off my waterproof trousers because I'm getting too hot. So of course it's going to rain again in about 5 minutes. My coat came off quite a while ago, but I left the trousers on because they're a bit fiddly. So there was a bench back there, so I could sit down and take them off. So yeah, there's the sign for Allonby. So another section of the England Coast Path, subject to storm damage. So the alternative is the cycleway on the opposite side of the road. So that's where I'm headed now. The Moody Cow. How's that? Fresh farm milk, local produce and vending machines. Well, the weather's staying kind to me. No signs of any rain now. Sun's pretty much shining, still cloudy. But yeah, fingers crossed I might have avoided it. Now I thought I'd done all my road running last week. As much as I'm kind of liking this path because it takes me off the road and off the beach, it's tarmac. And I hate running on tarmac. Give me the hills any day. Oh, 2 miles to Maryport on the home stretch. Maryport Golf Club, so very close to my finish now. One and a half miles to go. straight into Maryport. The end is in sight. So the pier, which I saw from way back before I got to Allonby, it was Maryport Pier, so I can see that in front of me. Just and I can also see the lighthouse, which was my start point for Maryport to Workington. So yeah, I'm a lot closer than I thought. I do have to go around the docks though to actually get to the lighthouse, so it looks like it's less than half a mile away, but in reality it's probably a mile. But yeah, nearly at the end. And the sun's still shining. There's the lighthouse. You can almost touch it. So the lighthouse is down there on the other side, so yeah, didn't fancy swimming across there. Just coming into the centre of Maryport. Lovely little harbour. So when I did Maryport to Workington, I was running along the top of that grass verge behind me. So yeah, I've done myself a thick un heading for the lighthouse, because I've had to come probably about a mile out of my way to get here, when I've already done that section. So not to worry. Hopefully I'll get around this corner, I'll be able to see it. Just admiring the yachts in the marina. Some lovely ones there. So the lighthouse is just up ahead. You can just see it peeping out above the hedges. Can't see it through the camera for some reason. Just about another 100 metres and I'm done. To Maryport done. Yeah, I feel happier now knowing that I've not got a break in my journey from Gretna Green to Workington, which is where I'm up to on the coast. So yeah, I can pick back up from Workington and work my way down. Hopefully they'll be straightforward. There's good transport links, so I shouldn't have a problem. Right, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.